Ahlan, salam, hello. I am Sonya, Janae, Mama, of Haydar, Mumey, Garcia. Sonya Mumey. And I am here at Our Lady of Lebanon Maronite Catholic Church here in Norman, Oklahoma. And I'm looking at this right outside the door. It says, this church was established through the generosity of the parishioners of Our Lady of Lebanon, Oklahoma. It was dedicated by the Most Reverend Robert J. Shaheen, Bishop of the Eparchy of Our Lady of Lebanon on April 18th, 2010. I am American Lebanese, Lebanese American. I was born here in the United States of America, here in Norman, Oklahoma. I've lived in Oklahoma and Texas. I have some family in Florida, in Texas, and Oklahoma. And I love all my family, distant family over in Lebanon. I have family in Bskenta, Lebanon, and probably other parts of Lebanon, Lebanese. I would like to say that I speak 3 languages. I speak English, I speak some Arabic, and I speak Spanish. I'm learning to speak French, and I hope to learn to speak Portuguese. I love languages, and I love my Lebanese culture. I am looking at a book. My favorite author is, of course, the prophet is Gibran Halil Gibran, or Khalil Gibran. He was full-blood Lebanese. And I study his poetry. He was from Lebanon. He was Lebanese. And I study his poetry. My favorite one that he wrote, I love all his writings really, but my favorite one he wrote was A Tear and a Smile. I also would like to read today the writing that he wrote. I will read a little bit of history on Khalil Gibran, because he was with the Maronite Catholic Church. Khalil Gibran was born in 1883 in Lebanon and died in New York in 1931. His family immigrated to the United States in 1895. My Lebanese family came in 1910, I believe. My great-grandfather, Yosef, Mama Abu Haydar, Joseph Mumey, came to the United States. He's documented on the boat from Lebanon to New York Harbor in New York. My family, Lebanese family, worked stock between New York to the Middle East. I would like to be known as Middle Eastern American, and I'm hoping on job applications they will recognize Middle Eastern as an ethnic category, because we're Middle Eastern. There is a controversy going over whether Lebanese people are Phoenician or they're Arabs. I would like to say I am a Lebanese. My DNA, a part of me is a Lebanese. My DNA is Lebanese. True, there's Arabs in Lebanon and there's Phoenician culture. So I would like to think that we're a mixture. I'm Maronite Catholic. My family was Maronite Catholic. I have friends that are Muslim. But my family, like Khalil Gibran, were Maronite Catholic. You don't have to be Lebanese to study Khalil Gibran's writings. He was a fantastic poet and philosopher, and his perspective on life is very enchanting, it's positive, and it's real. So I would like to tell you a little more about Khalil. It's Khalil Gibran, or Gibran Khalil Gibran. Some people call him Khalil, but I think the correct pronunciation is Khalil Gibran. He came to the United States from Lebanon in 1895. While he was in his early teens, he loved to draw pictures and poetry. His drawings caught the eyes of his teachers, and he was introduced to a Boston artist, photographer, and publisher, Fred Holland Day, who encouraged and supported him in his creative endeavors. A publisher used some of Khalil Gibran's drawings for book covers in 1898. Gibran held his first art exhibition in 1904 in Boston. In 2008, Gibran went to study art with Augustine Rodin in Paris for 2 years, and later studied art in Boston. While his early writings were in Arabic, most of his work published after 1918, a very long time ago, was in English and has since been translated into more than 20 languages. Wow, okay. Since I am a person of languages, I love all of his writings. I would like to read what he writes today when I can get to the page on prayer. I'm going to read a writing by Khalil Gibran on prayer. Then a priestess said, "Speak to us of prayer." And he answered, saying, "You pray in your distress and in your need. Would that you might pray also in the fullness of your joy, and in your days of abundance. For what is prayer but the expression of yourself in the living ether? And if it is for your comfort to pour your darkness into space, it is also for your delight to pour forth the dawning of your heart. And if you cannot but weep when your soul summons you to prayer, she should spur you again and yet again, though weeping, until you shall come laughing. When you pray, you rise to meet in the air those who are praying at that very hour, and whom save in prayer you may not meet. Therefore, let your visit to that temple invisible be for naught but ecstasy and sweet communion. 4. If you should enter the temple for no other purpose than asking, you shall not receive. And if you should enter into it to humble yourself, you shall not be lifted. Or even if you should enter into it to beg for the good of others, you shall not be heard. It is enough that you enter the temple invisible. I cannot teach you how to pray in words. God listens not to your words, save when He Himself utters them through your lips. And I cannot teach you the prayer of the seas and the forest and the mountains. But you who are born of the mountains and the forests and the seas can find their prayer in your heart. And if you but listen in the stillness of the night, you shall hear them saying in silence, Our God, who art our winged self, it is thy will in us that willeth. It is thy desire in us that desireth. It is thy urge in us that would turn our nights, which are thine, into days, which are thine also. We cannot ask thee for aught, for thou knowest our needs before they are born in us. Thou art our need, and in giving us more of thyself, thou givest us all. God bless Khalil Gibran, Lebanese poet and philosopher from Lebanon. I was born in the United States of America. I'm a Lebanese American, Sonya. Thank you for watching my video. I was born here in Norman, Oklahoma. The reason I was born here, my Lebanese father came to pharmacy school here in Norman, Oklahoma, and he became a pharmacist. May my Lebanese father and my Lebanese family rest in peace up above me in heaven. And may Khalil Gibran, may his words inspire many people to believe in God, because God loves you. And we should not say that God lives in our heart, but rather we should say we live in the heart of God. Thank you, and may God bless you. And God bless Lebanon. God bless the Lebanese people. Yalla Habibi Lebanon. Shukran jazilan lak.